Welcome back, WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We're out in Nick's Grandstand Grill. I'm looking out over the racetrack here in Timonium. Can't be any more Baltimore Positive than that. Leonard Raskin joins us now. Of course, our friend, our sponsor from Raskin Global and the American Dream, and helping you make some money. You were on the phone, like, advising somebody a minute ago, but I got to advise everybody about the Maryland Lottery. Leonard got a Betty Boop scratch-off ticket here. He's letting himself play. Also brought to you by our friends at Window Nation. We got such great sponsors, one of our newest sponsors. I'm going to wear the hat at some point. He hits my hair. So, but I got the Window Nation. And, of course, our friends at Goodwill Industries. And Lisa and our friends will be telling you more about the Excel Center and all the things they're doing with jobs programs at Goodwill. You were helping a client over here. Now, you know, I've become a client in recent times, and people call about – what do people call about right now? Like Memorial Day, market's a little wonky. No, people call, right?
Yeah, people call, but I'm really fortunate, man. When we talk about investing with the people that we advise, we ground them in the fact that the markets go up and the markets go down, and that you don't have permission to get the gains in the market when the market goes up unless you're able to endure the fact that the market goes down. So you have to be
That's a life lesson, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Staying in it.
That's right. You have to be persistency. You got to hang in. And when things look dark and difficult, you got to get through it. I don't know who said it. It was probably some sports guy or something. But somebody once said, you know, it was maybe some Army general. I can't remember, Patton or something. When you're going through hell, keep on going. So, you know.
I often think how many people other than me could have ever kept an AM radio station going like this without just quitting.
Right.
Like just without quitting one day, just saying,
that's it, I'm done.
I just don't want to do this anymore.
That's right. And so that's
and I've had days where I didn't want to do this anymore.
Where you were.
And then I changed it.
And then you say, here I am, and then you make it different.
I used to do it all day.
That's right.
Now Lamar Jackson's holding out of OTAs, getting mouthy on the internet. I have been retweeted and screamed at more this weekend than ever in my life. And I wonder, like, why did I even get involved in this conversation other than I was sitting in my car in the rain before I came in here, and Lamar Jackson's tweeting something ridiculous and just ridiculous. I
didn't see it. What did he say?
His teammates are out practicing.
Yeah.
Chris Sims said something about him being a leader and needing to be there.
Right.
Most grown-ups would say
nothing.
Well, I mean, this is now turned into a negotiation.
It's an event now.
Well, it's a negotiation.
Something's
happening. Him holding
happening.
out is I'll show up when you pay me.
That's right.
And I don't know that that's leadership, right? That's not true leadership.
I hear you. Well, he still has a contract through this year, right? Technically, doesn't he?
Yes. Oh,
through this season.
He will have a contract as long as they want him to.
No. But my point is, he's on his. But he's on his rookie contract still,
him, right?
Isn't he?
Yes.
So, you know, the one thing I hate about pro sports, and I'm a sportaholic. I love sports, all sports.
You don't like the draft at all, do you?
I don't mind the draft.
Well,
it's okay.
But come on, it's okay.
If you're
going to be fundamental about this.
It's your first job. It's the way you get in the league. There's draft and there's undrafted free agents. If you put yourself through the college experience with the intention that you're going to be a top pick and you go in the third round, that's on you. Okay? You didn't have to be a superstar. This is the way you get into the league. So if that's the way you get into the league and the league isn't changing that, so be it. But my opinion is you sign that rookie contract, you get in there, and I don't know the financials of the athletes or the sport, but my deal is you sign that initial rookie contract, you play it out. If you can renegotiate it and they're willing to renegotiate it, great. But if you stink, you know, they can cut you. And if you're phenomenal, they'll re-sign you. And we all know the second contract and the future is where the money's made.
Well, and this is his day to get that.
That's right.
Okay,
so,
and I don't mind
So he'll
that.
get it, and he'll get it.
But there's
show up.
There's
I've got no
wrong
problem
with showing up and saying, I'm not going to throw footballs today,
yeah.
but I'll meet with the media and we'll talk. And
I'm
we'll
here.
talk about the negotiation.
I agree.
I care.
I agree. I
and
get
I'm
that.
fist bumping my teammates.
I get that.
I'm a leader. I'm a
get
leader.
That.
I want you to pay me $50 million a year, not
and he's
40.
And he's not going to be hurt in the OTAs, I guess. So nobody's hitting him. He's just going out there and throw the ball.
I love how somebody just asked me at the bar, what's OTA stand for? I said, well, they think it's optional team activities, but it's really organized.
Right, not optional. And look, you got to show up where you got to show up. But anyway, Back to the market fund. Back to the market fund.
You don't want to talk about Lamar.
It's not my game. I'm not in the contract negotiation. I don't know what happens if he shows up or doesn't show up. What you said, I think, is really profound, though. He's going to get paid. So who's he hurting by not showing up?
His own reputation.
Right. And what's the point of that?
I don't know.
He's not hurting the team. He's not helping the team.
This isn't a reputation about me being a mouthy, sports radio guy.
Sure,
and
it is.
I know better. No, it's not.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I think
my point is.
I think I've watched this a long time, and I think if you want to be a generational leader, I don't care how old you are. This is the way the kids do it these days, or this is the way we negotiate in the league.
Got it. No.
There is no negotiation right here.
Right.
You're under contract.
And he's going to get paid. We know he's going to get paid.
So why not show yourself in the best possible way
and say,
here I drink a beer
pay
and
me.
eat a dozen shrimp.
Here I am, pay me. I mean, that's his deal. That's what I said. Who does it hurt for him to show up? Doesn't hurt him. He's not going to be hurt by showing up. If he's thinking I'm going to be in a lesser bargaining position.
You're not.
No, that's not. And so there is the question of who's giving him the advice not to show up. Well, as far as I know, he's his own agent, right?
There's no gain in him not being.
That's my point. If there was an advantage to him in the negotiations of not showing up, that's different, but I don't think there is.
That advantage happens August 3rd.
That's
when
right.
you say, I'm not coming to camp.
When it matters.
Right.
This doesn't matter. This is just like you said, reputational thing.
Well, some people on the internet say this doesn't matter because it's optional. I'm like, no. The 85% of the team's out there.
That's right.
And if 85% of the team's out there and you want to be the leader
of those men,
you
show up.
You just show up and you show that you're here and you care when they care because they're out there sweating today.
And where is
And
he?
if you're not, you don't go on the internet in the middle of practice and mouth
spout
off to some quarterback on NFL Network.
Right.
It's the issue here, and if I'm writing the sports column for the Baltimore Banner next week, which I'm not, but if I were, I think it's a maturity issue. It's a grown-up situation that maybe at 53 I would have been full of more piss and vinegar at 23 because I would have been. You would have been. We all would have been.
Wisdom.
But we all would have had somebody pull us up by the collar and say, dude,
show up.
These people have paid you $12 million. They're going to pay you another $22 million this year.
Right.
They want you to be a leader. They're trying to show up so you earn the 300 or 4, whatever you're trying to get.
It's going to be big.
Whatever you're trying to get. Part of the negotiation to getting that is being a guy who's here in all weather, in all times, because you're the leader
going through
of the
storms.
team.
That's right. That's it. I agree. I'm not against that one bit. And as I say, I don't see any advantage in him not being there. That's the thing. So why not just show up?
And I don't see any harm in him not being there either. But if there's no harm in not being there, why are the other 85% of the guys there?
Why are they there? That's exactly right.
Why are there 65 guys running around on the field here
in the rain,
waiting to have their real quarterback throw them the football, and their real quarterback is driving around in his Lamborghini tweeting out at television hosts? It's insane.
I get it.
That's a maturity issue.
Absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
with you.
Leonard Raskin here, Raskin Global. Tell me what you do and how you do it other than wearing Ohio State shirts.
Yeah.
You're about to go live the American dream in Europe,
We're going to do a little Europe trip. But what we do for people here and around the country is we help people understand how their money works and how to make it work better, how to make it work stronger, how to get that money in a place where you can do the things you want to do with it. How to count the pennies, how to understand your budget, how to understand taxes, how to save taxes, how to invest your money, how to protect your wealth. Everything about money that is from the time you touch it to the time you lay in a box or get cremated and distribute it. What goes on with everything in between?
It's complicated.
It is complicated.
The more I've talked to you about it, just on a really general, if somebody just got in the car, just listening to us because they listen, the things that you've taught me, not even like on the air or whatever, but just little, I don't want to call them tricks, but just things regular people wouldn't know. People wouldn't know these things.
Look, here's the one thing I will tell you. The thing about money is that we all earn it. Well, hopefully we all earn it. But
we have to if we're going to eat, right?
Or you're going to be in a tent somewhere maybe.
We're all working for the same coin unless you're in the Bitcoin business.
That's it. So we earn money. And the problem or the thing about money that's interesting is because we earn it, we think we know something about it. And because we know somebody who has maybe a little more than us, we think they know something about it. It may just be they earned more. It doesn't mean they know more.
Broke and driving a Lamborghini.
You're exactly right. What do they say down in Texas? All hat, no cattle.
All hat, no cat. I've never heard that
So
before.
there are people that are
like
bluster. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch house. It's a TV set. There's nothing there behind it.
Right.
It's a wall. There's no. It's
like the
held
thing
up.
in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, it's nothing there. That's exactly right. So the thing about money is a lot of people make it, not a lot of people know what to do with it. But they think they do, and they think by reading on the internet or by asking a cousin or a friend that they're going to get good advice.
I remember 100 years ago, I'll invest in gold.
I'll invest in gold. Well, right now you can listen to 100 guys on the radio or TV tell you that you should be buying gold. The world's ending. You got to buy gold. Okay, great. What are they selling you the gold for? Your money. Question that. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? They want to sell you their gold for your money, but they don't want you to keep your money. You should own gold. I don't know why, but that's what they say. So I've trained. I've spent a career. I've spent 36 years learning and understanding and helping people understand what the financial institutions are about, how the government works relative to your money, and what's going on in the world out there. You know, in its simplest form, let's go back to being kids. In its simplest form, most of us played Monopoly, played the game of life, those two board games.
Right.
There are rules of how to play those games, and there are strategies of how to win those games. And the thing is, some people just roll the dice and play, and they don't even understand what they're doing. They just play. And that's how the game of life.
I tried to get Boardwalk, and I tried to
Park
get
Place.
What I really tried to get was the Orange property, St. Paul, Tennessee, and New York, because you get them coming out of jail.
That's right.
Everybody goes to jail in Monopoly.
And
everybody's a criminal Monopoly.
Literally, there are strategies of how to win the game. And if you understand those strategies, you're a better player. And with money, there are strategies of things to do that make you more money and that help you control your wealth, have choices with your wealth. And I will tell you, the government and financial institutions are not your friends. If you do a strategy based on government rules, you will find yourself behind. If you do strategies based on exactly what the banks and the mutual fund companies and the investment firms and the insurance companies tell you what to do, you will end up behind.
Well, they're looking out for their interest.
For their interest.
Of course.
And so they market things in such a way
literally
that
their interest.
Absolutely. See what I saw what you did there?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They
singular, but singular
right.
Isn't singular.
That's
Singular
right.
is plural.
Interest
is always plural.
Always. And always compounding. They market to you in a way that says this is what you should do. And you have to take a thought and spend a minute and say, are they telling me what's best for me or what's best for them? My role is as an independent advisor and a fee-based advisor that I charge for wisdom. I charge for giving you answers to what to do with your money so you can have the things you want your money to do for you and not in the interest of the financial institutions.
I'm going to give you a free plug now because I've given you paid plugs. But I'm going to give you a free plug now. For what you charge and the amount of money we're trying to protect and grow and the interest and me and my wife at this point in our lives, it's probably an incredible bargain. And, in the end, it's probably –
yeah.
And I say probably because 10 years from now,
Time
I'll be able to
will
come back and
tell.
say, right.
That's right.
But the more I think of the mistakes that have been made in the past, mistakes I've made, my wife's made, mistakes I've seen other people make, mistakes my son might make, loved ones might make, Chloe might make over there once she gets wealthy, being my intern this summer, that having good advice would have served me really well the last 30 years. Would have served me much better.
One of the things I say constant over and over is if you think hiring a professional is expensive, hire an amateur.
Well, that's what Lamar's saying right now. You don't like me? Let Tyler play.
Yeah, right. Right. We saw that.
Well, but one is a $40 million and one is what it is.
That's right.
And I would think the same thing's true. I mean, I got taken advantage of by a stockbroker 30 years ago.
Yep.
And I'll never forget the meeting I had. And I'm still friendly with this human. I mean, he was a good human. Didn't do me right 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But he said, I've lost a lot of money for you. I don't know why I'm still your stockbroker. And I'm like, I don't know why you became my stockbroker in the beginning if you're going to lose 20 grand for me.
Well, there's a lot of speculating and gambling going on out there that people do with their money because of ignorance. It's not that they're hiring someone that they don't believe is going to do the best job. It's that they don't even know who does the best job. They don't even understand what the motivation is of the person that's serving them.
Look, we're in the OTB. By the way, we're at Nick's Grandstand Grill. I'm having a beer. It's a holiday weekend. I got Purple Rain 1 and 2. I'm going to give Raskin the autographed copy by Brian Billick. It's all brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. Our friends of course, here at Window Nation, our newest friends. We got great sponsors around here, and our friends at Goodwill. I'm going to get my little bus out of my bag because I have a little Goodwill bus. Racing form.
Yep.
Everybody in here's got a racing form.
Yeah.
Now, Chloe and I, we bet, like, the green silk or the gold silk or, like, this horse up here's name is Path to Success. That sounds like a great horse, except to finish fourth.
Right.
So, you bet names, but every one of those four – and we did racing all last week around
That's
here, right?
There
is a past performance record.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's really what you're here to sell my audience and our audience is. You've been doing this a long time, and you've helped a lot of people. And
absolutely. And there is a philosophy of care that comes along with that in what we do.
I saw you do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
literally, you were over here with somebody saying, take this down, put this up. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The fact of the matter is that in every prospectus and any investment you get involved in, there's a big line on there that says past performance is no guarantee of future results. Right. On the document, mandated by law. I would change that sentence if I was in charge. What I would change it to is
tell him what you need. He's ordering crabs. He needs crabs.
I need some big crabs.
Right now?
No, when I'm ready to go, but I want to make sure they're not gone. Do you have a lot of them here? Okay. Okay, great.
Big, beautiful. I
want big, beautiful to go.
It's Memorial Day weekend. How can you not have crabs?
You not have crabs?
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. So anyway, I would change that line to not as past performance, no guarantee of future results. I would say past performance has no basis whatsoever on the future results when it comes to investing. There is a philosophy, there is a way to do it, there is an academic, evidence-based, proven track of how to invest. And you can get excellent results using those methods. But what happened yesterday?
Does diversification sit at the beginning of it?
Yes.
Yeah, it just has to be.
Yes.
You can't be in Coke or Walmart or Bitcoin and think.
Gambling.
That's
speculating and gambling. You're picking stocks. You are hoping you pick the right one. And you just mentioned Coke and what else did you say?
I said Pepsi, Walmart.
Walmart, whatever. What you didn't say was Enron and WorldCom.
Or Kodak or Polaroid.
Exactly. Because you know why? Nobody talks about those anymore. Everybody wants Facebook and they want Google and they want Microsoft and they want Amazon. They didn't want Amazon 20 years ago. They didn't want the patron saint of coffee. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
Saint Arbucks?
Yes.
You know that one, right?
Not Rofo, by the way. But
well, I'm just talking the patron saint, the big one. Saint Arbucks. Starbucks. Nobody wanted that stock years ago, but it has been a killer. But nobody remembers they owned Kodak. Any one of those is speculating and gambling and be taken out tomorrow and you would be lost. Your money would be gone. It's pure gambling. Now, you can be lucky. There's no question. People are lucky. But that doesn't beget skill.
Leonard Raskin is here. He's Raskin Global. We're at Nick's Grandstand Grill. We're just trying to figure. I had the fried shrimp. We're doing the crab cake a little later on. I've got some great friends here. I walk in. This is a wonderful place. You live in. You work in this area.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I tried. It's a neighborhood tour. I didn't drag you downtown yesterday. I dragged you out to Timonium. What's going on with the boy? You got to summarize your European trip. When you talk about saving money and doing well for yourself, I'm going to Europe for a week next month to see my wife's donor. Spend a little time with him. But you're going over for like a real. This is the longest trip. This is a trip of your life. It really is,
We're going to do
right?
a big trip. We're going to do a big trip.
What are you looking forward to the most when you're going over?
Well, crazily enough, I'm looking forward to going to Wimbledon. Oh, my goodness. Look at that guy. He's going to bite me. Look at that guy. That's big and beautiful. You said.
Come on.
I'm with you.
Blue crabs, man. That's the way we do it up here. Look at that.
They're not getting them on camera.
It's the crab cake tour,
There we go.
Perfect,
there we go. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Get the choppers away from me, man. I feel like I'm over at the Bear Creek. But
dozen and a half.
There you go. Dozen and a half to make you laugh.
What time? Let's say 4. Hang out a while. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Personal service.
Yeah, that's the way it is right there. That's
local. That's what we do around here.
That's beautiful.
You're going to Wimbledon. You were talking about.
Yeah, I want to go to Wimbledon. I want to see Wimbledon, and then after I see Wimbledon, at the end of June, I'm going to go over and see the Eiffel Tower.
You've never been to Paris?
No.
Oh, okay, so you're doing things I've done. So what I'm going to do
I've been to London with you. We went over there to see the Ravens.
I'm just trying to think of the places you're going, so I'm going to give a little Parisian advice here, all right? So you go to Paris, you want to get caramels at a place called Henri Leroux. It's a little – it's a very small little chocolatier,
Beautiful.
And caramelier, right? They make caramels.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's not Getz's. This is a serious.
It's not a caramel cream. It's not a caramel cream.
And I want you to bring me some. And then because they keep. But there's a place called Maison, which means house. Charles Larnacol is the name. Maison Charles Larnacol. This is a pastry store that has all they have these things called coconettes, and they're sort of like a croissant, but they're sweeter than that, and they make them in pistachio, cherry, raspberry.
All right.
So they're called coconettes. I will Google it up for you,
Absolutely.
and I will make sure. But you will not go hungry in Paris.
No, I'm sure not.
Not in Paris.
I'm sure not. So the boy has, is Ohio State, and he is a history English major. We've talked about it. And medieval Renaissance studies. So he picked where he wants to go on the trip. He's going to do some studying.
So you don't even know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. He's taking French.
There's going to be something. You're going to come back.
He's taking French while we're there. He's taking French class this summer.
So what I wanted you to do is, you're going to tell me Wimbledon because it's who you are and you're Leonard.
You got to see some tennis.
So
got to do some strawberries and cream.
I'm going to see all that. But what I want you to do is focus on this because you're doing a long trip, and I've done a lot of trips. I have always learned, and this is travel around the world.
Yeah.
I am going to Europe in a month. We're seeing the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to see her donor.
Right.
I have never been to Anne Frank. I have been to Van Gogh. I've done some stuff. But something's going to happen that I can't fathom. There's going to be a meal, a person, an event, because the purpose you go is for the Springsteen show.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to Quebec to see Pearl Jam.
Right.
But I'm not really going to Quebec to see Pearl Jam. I'm probably going to eat the best lobster I've ever had.
Yeah, there you go.
Something
Something
or eat a meal,
wild, something
or
great.
See something I've never seen, or an eagle's going to land on my head, or something's going to happen.
Absolutely.
That's going to far supersede Eddie Vedder singing Yellow Ledbetter.
There you go.
When it's all over.
That's it.
So you think it's Wimbledon.
Oh, no, it's going to be something.
It's going to be something
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to cathedrals. We're going to taverns. I want to just sit out.
Pub.
The pub. I want to sit out at the Parisian. What is it? Not a pub there. It's
cafe.
Just a cafe. Right. Thank you.
Cafe,
you. And just watch the people. I just want to see the people.
What I want you to do
is
cool.
Say, I just want to see the people.
Pardonnez-moi, monsieur, croque monsieur for madame, is what you need to do.
Okay. What's that?
It's just a little sandwich with an egg on it.
Oh, okay.
It's an
ham and eggs for the
it's
for the
an
girl.
Open face egg McMuffin with some stuff on it. Is what
egg
it is.
McMuffin for the lady.
But you say croque monsieur or croque madame. And
Matthew is studying French. That's what I'm saying. So he's at least going to be a little bit of liaison over there. So I don't seem like just a nasty American that doesn't speak.
I had
a word
French
of
fries here, but I think she picked them up.
There you go, French fries. I got French fries and French toast. That's about the extent of my French.
Tell them how to find you and tell them that don't find you till the middle of July, right? You're about to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll get out of here for a little while. RaskinGlobal.com, LinkedIn.com/Leonard Raskin, Facebook Raskin Global. We put out stuff all the time. Constantly doing stuff. We got a session on the American Dream coming up this summer in July. So lots of great stuff happening.
Look, I know we don't bet on things here other than the Maryland Lottery, and
we're here at
OTB. We bet on things. So if I were to ask you to make a substantial bet, given your, whether that's $100 for you or $5,000, a substantial bet right this minute.
Yeah.
If you had dumb money that you're just going to waste, would you bet on or against the Baltimore Ravens winning a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson as their quarterback, based on what you know about past performance in football, where your heart is and all that? Do you really think that you and I are going to be at a Super Bowl with Lamar winning it? Okay, all right. That's just
so here's why. Here's one of the reasons why.
There's no amount of money he can extract out of the organization that's not worth it.
Absolutely. A lot of people get drafted and they say, we're going to win a Super Bowl. But when he walked across that draft floor,
believe that,
and said,
believe that.
We're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm going to take this team to the Super Bowl.
Believe that.
Believe that.
So he said believe that.
And he's got it. He's got that talent. He's getting better.
He's good enough
to win.
He's
getting better.
Yeah.
And they're putting better people around him. And I don't think there's any question but that he can and will.
You are a true believer.
Absolutely.
I like that. All right, Leonard Raskin joining us here. Raskin Global. It's all brought to you by our friends at Window Nation, the Maryland Lottery, and Goodwill. I'm going to get my little truck. See, with Goodwill, I've been cleaning, and we have a whole closet for Goodwill.
There you go.
I went down to the basement. My wife says to me, see that table over there? That's for Goodwill. And I'm like, we're going to need the truck.
Yeah,
we're going to
right.
need the truck.
Gotta
this
get
isn't
the
going to
truck
fit in the
out
trunk.
here. That's right.
Memo to Lisa and Jonathan. We're going to need the truck. I am Nestor. We're here at Nick's Grandstand Grill. People are betting races. Chris Pica is here in his Oriole swag. Now on deck at WNST, it's Chris Pica.
There we go.
It's my webmaster. I got to be nice to him and buy him beer.
Beautiful.
I'm not giving him the jumbo lump. I'm going to give him the claw meat. Is what
There
I'm
you
do.
go. There you go.
We are WNST AM 1570 Towson, Baltimore. Back for more from Nick's Grandstand Grill, the OTB. We're in Timonium having fun with friends on a holiday weekend.